Good morning, watch fans. Today we're going to look at a very horologically significant brand, one of the oldest American brands on the market still today, Ingersoll. Ingersoll was founded in 1892, just like the box says. They produced the first $1 pocket watch way back and around 1900. A dollar was 1 day's wage, and they produced a ton of these very interesting pocket watches. I've seen a few for sale. They definitely held their value, went up in price, and just a really interesting company. They now produce a whole line of watches. They suffered during the quartz crisis like everybody else did, and they went away and they came back, and now they're on the market again. They're producing a very nice line of watches with a retail price of somewhere around $400. Street price is closer to $250. This is probably, at $250, I would say it's slightly overpriced, but it's a great watch. I mean, it's got a Miyota movement. It's hacks and hand winds. It's got a high polished bezel. It's got a very good clasp. I mean, I don't like butterflies, but if you're gonna do a butterfly, do it right. Look at this. They've got, they got it right. They got a nice job here. No complaints. Very nice, high polished center links. You see that. The dial is very, very blue. Hang on, I got a big mark right there in the middle of it. There it is. I got it off now. The dial is a flat blue, raised indices. Lots of lume on the hands. They kind of hit it out of the park. And this is on sale right now on a company called Drop.com, formerly known as Mass Drop. Drop.com kind of sells closeout items and end of inventory stuff, things that companies are trying to get rid of, a lot of things. So for $100 plus shipping, about $110 to your door, I got this amazing watch. It's got a nice heft to it. It's about 120 grams, maybe 125 grams on the wrist. It fits the big wrist. It's out of the box. This is a home run. It uses pins instead of screws, which is fine at this price point. So I think for $100, they hit it out of the park. The Ingersoll Reliance. But really, I tell you what they really went out of their way to do. They went out of their way to make a really nice display box. Nice piece of wood, got a nice set of directions. It's got the crazy ninja card here. I mean, crazy ninja authenticity card. This thing is made of steel. You just think it's a weapon. It's amazing. So they really did a good job. For $100, this is a no-brainer. Everybody should. If they don't have a blue stainless steel sports watch, then this is the one to get. I happen to have 6 or 7 blue stainless steel sports watches. And because I have so many, I'm on the cuff whether or not I'll keep this watch or give it to my nephew. I have a nephew in the Army, and he has, of course, the standard G-Shock, cheap $50 G-Shock, which is fine. I love the cheap $50 G-Shock. I've got 4 of them. But he doesn't have a dress watch. And I considered giving this to him, but he is in the Army, and he's airborne. He's in the 101st Go Airborne. Ooh-ah! But I worry about him. If he had this nice watch in his hand, he probably would break it, or maybe his sergeant wouldn't care for the bling. But it's a great watch. Maybe I'll hang on to him when he comes home next year. Give it to him then. So, this has been Big Jim on the Big Wrist. This is a great stainless steel sports watch. I got no complaints. It hits all the marks. Standard 40 by 48 by 12, I believe, 12 and a half. So, there's nothing wrong with this watch. It's a push-pull crown. It's not a screw down, which kind of sucks. It's got a display case back, but, it's reasonably attractive Miyota movement. They signed the rotor. You can see the signed rotor right there. Right there it is, signed rotor. Nothing wrong with this watch at all. Other watches that are going in the $100 range really miss the mark. You can get a Chinese import for $100. You can get 2 for $100 some places. But this is a real piece of American heritage. Legitimately an old school brand like Bulova and a few others. Been around forever. Ingersoll Reliance. What a great watch. You have a great day, my friends. I'm out.